Hey guys, welcome back to Colson's Critters. I'm Colson Smith, and in today's video, we are going to be redoing our day geckos enclosure here. So if you don't know, we have 3 Madagascar day geckos. If you want, you can watch the video right here when I got them. They are in this little cage here. We're going to be upgrading them to a big fancy cage today. I'm here with my dad. But first things first. Oh, I also got a new lens, so let me know how y'all like it. But we got the new lens going. I think it looks pretty cool. These are our 3 Madagascar day geckos. We actually don't have any names for them. There's 2 females and 1 male. So if you guys want, leave some name suggestions down below. We're gonna go ahead and let the chickens out first. My dad's got the food. Let's go in the cage and let them out. All right, so this door is actually really annoying. It kept breaking down at the bottom. So like you couldn't really close it. My dad went ahead and fixed it. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, you're welcome. A little early Christmas present. Well, actually, on day Christmas present? Or was it before? It was before. Yeah, I think all right, let's let them out. So, this cage out of here today. Yes, we should. Dad, you watch the door. Don't let them out. Yes, sir. All right, we got 4 of them. Here they come. I'm not used to this big lens. All right, now my dad. Oh, they're eating right out of your hand. That's cool. Oh, watch out. No escaping.
Yeah, they don't want to eat out of my hand.
They really don't like the camera. If I put the camera down, they'll be way more friendly. It's really weird.
Oh, really?
And now they probably really don't like it because it's a big lens. So in today's video, we are also going to be cleaning this out, getting some new bedding for it. Be getting some, well, and by we I mean me. I'm not going to make my dad do that. And then we're going to be getting some sand for this main coop here. Well, let's see if we got any eggs. Any eggs? Yeah, we got 1 egg. If y'all want to see any behind the scenes stuff, either on Instagram or on YouTube, you can definitely subscribe down below. You can join our little membership I've made. I also made one on Instagram as well, which I do show a lot of behind the scenes stuff about how I do those fish unboxings. But on YouTube, I'll do that as well, but also show different behind the scenes, like the whole process today of us getting different things for this cage setup. If y'all do subscribe, all that money will go straight back into helping me out set up new cages, taking care of my animals, and going back into the videos for you guys. I'm gonna be sharing this whole process of us building this cage today on my Instagram and on my YouTube behind the scenes, so make sure y'all check those out if you haven't subscribed already. But without further ado, let's head to Home Depot. All right, we went ahead and switched to the GoPro. A little easier to film in Home Depot, but we did make it to Home Depot. We're walking in right now. We're gonna plan some things out real quick to make sure we get the right sizing. My dad's probably the best at doing that, but let's head inside. Got a cart. We're gonna get some 2x4x6s because we want it to be, I don't even know if you guys can hear me because this cart's loud, but it's gonna be 6 feet tall so we can block in it. And then we're doing it 4x4, so 4 wide, 4 long, 6 feet tall. So I hope that makes sense. We're gonna grab some 2x4x6s. I guess some of these look pretty bad, but we're gonna go through and see if we can find some that look good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's tall enough.
It's gonna be on a base.
Yeah, sure, yeah. So I'll grab that one. Well, we left our cart toward the front. We're gonna get screws, screen, and we need, we already have hinges, but we're gonna need a latch for the door. Sorry, I should have filmed this picking out the latch, but we got this little latch here. I can show you how it works once we like build it. Let's go with this. Good? Yep. All right, there's a lot of different options. There's like an insect screen, which is like really fine. Or there's an actual pet screen, which looks like this. I didn't open this, by the way, it's already open. This is 48 by 84. Pet resistant. What do we think, Dad?
I think I'm gonna see what the internet recommends.
Fair enough. Okay, so we're actually gonna go with this because it's a lot longer. It's 25 feet long versus that one was only 82 inches or something.
Yeah, 82.
So we need a lot of them.
We would need 4 of those. This you need 1, but also the mesh.
The mesh is a lot finer and yeah, aluminum.
Which I feel like that's gonna hold up in the weather.
There we go. Jeez.
Now what about your...
This is gonna be something crazy. Y'all are gonna have to stay tuned for that. This cage is gonna be pretty cool.
You know what that is, right?
What?
That's to mix up cement.
Well, it's not gonna be used for that. This is gonna be cool. I'm excited. Okay, we got everything we needed. Pretty sure. We have to come back in here because we're gonna need plants for outside in the cage also slash outside our front door, because we're gonna be doing some landscaping today too. We decided we are gonna be waiting on the rocks slash the landscaping portion of the video for the gecko enclosure. But this gives me an opportunity to give you guys an input here. So what do you think we should do? My dad really loves the black beach pebbles. I don't really necessarily like them because it's not as naturalistic, and I prefer more of like a naturalistic look to it, but I'm okay with it. I mean, if you guys like the river rocks, there's those. These mountain granites are pretty cool, which looks like this. And then there's also, oh, this is the same thing. Then there's a whole section over here as well. There's, you know, like river pebbles, which this would be kind of cool. I'm kind of liking the pond pebbles. They're pretty nice. Look like, kind of like that. And then there's also the pea pebbles as well. Oh, and then there's also the white rocks as well. So let me know down in the comments what you guys like the best. Please help me down below. What do you think we should do? Okay, like I said, my dad got some mulch and some plants for the outside here. So we're gonna be doing that too, but I won't do that on camera. But it's time to move. We're gonna move the wood outside to over where we're building it. So let's go. All right, that's everything. Okay, so we got all of our wood, we got our screen, we got our screws, and we have our hinge. And then the only thing we need to get is that other surprise thing that I told you guys about, that I told you to wait on to figure out what it is. And then we need to grab the sand for the chickens. So let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, so my dad's working on something else right now. What we're gonna work on while we're waiting on him is I'm gonna work on leveling this area out and just cleaning out all of the stuff that's back here, so we can get ready for it until my dad's done with whatever he's doing. This part's gonna be kind of boring, so I'm not gonna record this process. We're really just gonna, I'm just gonna level everything out. So I'll get back to y'all when I'm done. All right, so we're done. I ended up helping my dad with what he was doing. We finished that. Now we're starting to level this out, and I'm really confused. Okay, so those of you who have been a long time subscriber, I used to have a pond right here.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing the pond I built.
There was a pond right here. This rock was not here, and neither was that. I'm genuinely confused on where this came from. There's a huge rock, and it goes really deep there. And then there's this giant one here too. It was just this whole section.
Here you can see underneath.
Yeah. Look how big that is. It goes all the way in there. Like, I'm very confused. Can rock naturally grow that fast?
I mean,
is that how that works?
I don't know, like a few years, but
I don't even know what that is. It's like crystallized, and there's regular rocks like in it too. It's really weird. I'm very confused. So I guess we're gonna try to get this out.
I mean, I want to level off. I mean, here's our ultimate, is so that when you're in here looking out, you can see the lizards in the cage. So I want to go all the way up. So instead of using the 8 foot for the square, this is about 36 inches. So instead of doing 4 feet by 4 feet, we could go 4 feet by 3 feet.
And then 8 feet tall on one side, and then angle it down.
And then maybe another piece of tin, or we can start with screen like you said, because you want
rainwater and sun.
That'd be great. The rainwater will come right off the tin.
Yeah.
Look at this lizard right here.
Where?
You see him?
Oh yeah. There's one in.
He's already interested about what we're doing.
So I guess we're gonna figure this out, and I'll get back to you guys. I don't even know. Okay, so hopefully this will make more sense as we're doing it, but this is gonna be the base. So it's 3 feet by 4 feet. So then we'll have 8 foot on one side going up, and then 6 feet on one side going up, and then the door will be on this side, and they'll be screened all the way around. So hopefully that makes sense. We need to build 2 of these. We're gonna build this one, and then one for the top. But the one for the top is gonna be a little different, because it's gonna be slanted. So hopefully this will make sense as we're doing it. I promise you it'll start to make sense as we start building it. It was confusing to me at first, but once we like laid it out, made more sense. So we're gonna go ahead and screw these together. Dad ended up finding a giant box of screws, so we're gonna use these. And then, oh, I forgot to mention, we did switch our screws out. Instead of the 2-inch screws, which are ones my dad's using right now, since we already had a box of them, we ended up buying the 4-inch screws instead. So that way we can drill just the door straight through. It'll be a lot more secure. Hopefully that makes sense. So my dad's screwing in those pieces together. Let's go look. All right, we got our base completely secure. Like, that's good. I'm not going anywhere. So Sweet. All right, so basically we cut 2 of the 8-foot ones at this angle, same angle basically on that, so that way the wood will go flush across to make that angled roof. So my dad's over here right now, cutting at that angle. Just gotta cut the very end off.
Ready?
Yep, go ahead. There we go. Now we have a door stopper for the cage. No, I'm just kidding. Add this to the little pile of wood pieces we have. So unfortunately what we're doing here, we had to dig a big hole here. So I had to unfortunately cut out these roots, but don't worry, they aren't gonna go to waste. I'm gonna be using them in the cage for the geckos to climb on. So they're gonna be kind of like their branches that they can mainly use. Okay, so not to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm 2 for 2 for eyeballing the angle right on this, like for the line that we drew in this saw. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. All right, time to cut the other side, right?
Yeah, yeah.
As close as we can, or do we have a certain length we need?
Yes, it has to be the same as this side, which I can't remember. I want to say it's either 52 1/8 or 51 1/8.
Something like that. Let's measure it. What do we got?
51 1/8.
51 1/8. All right, let's do it. All right, next we're gonna screw the base into these beams here, and then we'll be able to take it off of the patio so it'll be actually level. It's gonna be heavy, but we'll figure it out. All right, Dad, so you came up with a pretty good idea. Basically, our little door stops we accidentally made, we're gonna put those here on the corners of them, and that way we can screw them in to hold it, just to basically support more, right?
Yeah, and then maybe a piece of metal on the outside.
Okay, so we're gonna put the base down first, so it means we have to flatten this out real quick. Then after that, we're gonna screw the walls into the base. So let's go ahead and flatten the ground. All right, so we got the leveled platform in here. Now we just got to screw our walls into this platform, and then the roof on, and then all the screen, and then we're done. All right, guys, it's the next day. We got rained out a little bit, but we ended up switching the wire to this black wire because we like it better.
Well, someone said it was too hard to see through that silver wire.
Yeah, it did look like it would be a little harder.
Reflects.
So we returned it and we got the new one. Good morning, y'all. It is the next day. As I said earlier, when we were at Lowe's, we got rained out. So now that we're back at the house and we got the right screen, the one we actually want to go with, we have our base here. We're gonna pull this out. We're gonna screw the back wall in, and then we're gonna put screen on that back wall, and then we're gonna push it back into place, and then we're gonna build the rest of this. And the only reason we're doing that is because once this wall is in, there's no room behind to actually get the screen in there. So we want to do that side first. The rest of it we can screen once it's in place. But okay, so we got our 4 corner brackets to help with support. We got our drill here. If you're wondering, we're using about that size bit. I don't know what it's called. The bit did come with the screws, and we're using these 2-inch deckmate screws to work with this. So let's go ahead and start screwing these in. So I went ahead and added metal bracing, one on that side and then one on the opposite end on both sides, and then we have the wood bracing as well. So this thing's not going anywhere. We're gonna pull it out, and then we're gonna screen the back and then push it back in place. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Dad, I don't think the chickens like what you're doing. They are freaking out. It's okay, guys. It's okay. I think they think you're shooting something. Which I guess technically you are. Shooting wood. It's coming together though. Okay, we finished the back panel. We're gonna go ahead and slide this back into place, build the rest of it, and then go through the screen at the end. Right, Dad?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, let's go. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing we did on the back with those little corner pieces and the brackets on the front with this shorter beam. So let's go ahead and do that. We got those in place, so those are done there. Now what we have to do is to get our beam going from here to here. That's right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Some sawdust on my camera. All right, so I figured I'd get on here and explain what ended up happening. It's been a little bit since I've gotten back on the camera. So basically, we screened off the top, we screened the back, and we screened this front panel. You may be thinking, Colson, I thought you were putting the door there. Well, we were, but we ended up deciding, get the little leaf off there. deciding to put the door on either this side panel or that side panel. I think we're doing this side panel just because, oh, and here's our door. We have the door finished too. But the only reason we did that is because when you open the door from here, you'll be able to put plants on the corner wall, like all up in this corner area, which would be pretty cool. Versus if I open the door from this way, you can't put them on any corners because the door's here, and that is going to be your main viewing panel from our patio on this side. So you don't want to put any plants on this side because you wouldn't be able to see through. I hope that makes sense. Now we just got to build this platform here to hold the door, and then we have to screen the rest of it. The problem is I don't think we have enough screen. I think we're like barely off. So we're gonna try to make do with what we can. I might have to go back to the store and get some more screen. Alrighty guys, wow, that's all I can say. This thing looks amazing. It is finally complete. Let me show you. So here is the final product. I think it looks really good. So basically you go over here, you'll unlatch it, which looks like it's already unlocked. You'll unlatch it. It's a little difficult to unlock it. We just need to do some final adjustments on that. What's really cool is my dad added this rubber seal all the way around. So that's really nice. So that way once they're in there and you close it, they won't be able to squeeze through any cracks. Then once you come inside, the only thing is we do want to add a little latch here, or somewhere, I don't know, maybe here or something. So that way we can lock it in. Once I come inside, I can actually close it behind me and make sure they don't get out. The other thing is something we want to add, this will be future upgrades, would be maybe a trim or something around the edge here so you don't see these little staples, just because, you know, they don't look the best, but honestly you don't really tell, so that'll be a future upgrade. There's a lot of things I want to do with this cage, so make sure you guys stay tuned. This is going to be part one. Part one is building the actual thing itself. Part two, we're going to be adding something right there, which you might have seen me buy. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be pretty crazy. Then part three, we'll probably do some plants and get the scaping going on this thing. And then finally, we'll add our little guys into the cage. For now, they're just going to be sitting in this outdoor enclosure that we've built in a previous video. If you guys want to check that out, I'll leave it right here. We're gonna go ahead and probably just put their cage inside this cage, just temporarily, because we have a New Year's party. So we're gonna make sure it's a little hidden. My mom doesn't like it. So anyway, let's go ahead and move those inside. So yeah, that's the final product. I'm super happy with how it came out. Let me know what you guys think down below. What are your thoughts? What are some things you want to see inside this cage, like certain plants or anything like that, or if there's anything in particular you think I should add to the cage. We might end up adding some other species in with the geckos as well, so make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm super excited, and I hope you guys are too. With that being said, that's gonna wrap today's video. Till next time, peace. Almost forgot to say, I hope you guys did have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you guys. Let's go. Peace.